Champagne Dreams Productions branch office. How are you doing today? Checking out my skin. I've done a little bit of base stuff and just seeing how that's looking. Hey, welcome to the weekend. I hope everybody has big, fun weekend plans. I have some things to work on, but this is the first weekend in a while that I haven't had to do like work. So I'm super excited. I have like personal work and things. But hello, Dion. Welcome. And so I was like, you know what? It's been a long week. It's been not as stressful as some other weeks recently, but it's been a little bit of a stressful week. So I was like, let's have a play day. And I've got a lot of like makeup sitting around that, has come in. Some of it's new. Some of it's new to me. Some of it was new and I just haven't gotten to it since it arrived. And so I was like, you know what? Let's have a play day. But sometimes when I look around, I get hello. Sometimes when I just look around, I get a little overwhelmed and I don't know what to choose because there's so many. I look at a palette and I'm like, ooh, I want to do something with that. And then I look at another palette and I'm like, ooh, I want to do something with that. And I'm like, ooh, I want to do something with that. And I was like, you know what? This is too much pressure. Let me go ahead and change it to all messages. But I was like, let's do something a little bit random. So if you remember, a live I had not too long ago, we looked at these. These are little Rainbow Bright chibis. They're like little chibi figures from the Loyal Subjects. So the Loyal Subjects, I had ordered the, they've been doing reproduction gem dolls. And so I have the reproduction gem. That was originally like a Walmart exclusive for a while, and then so I picked up at Walmart, and that's going to be in my upcoming gem video. We are getting ready, Angie and I, not this weekend, and my goal is to film my gem videos and my She-Ra videos. So for the vintage toy people, there's lots of good stuff coming. Probably a Golden Girl update as well. We'll see how long that takes us. If we can do other stuff as well, but I really want to make sure I've got some like makeup content that's already waiting to be edited. Some of it's old, but that's okay. Hello, Alex. Hello, how are you doing? And so we're gonna have lots of content, lots of toy content coming up. Who is that? Hello, Kayla. How's it going? Yeah, so that's the other thing. So Kayla, I have to get everything finished up and packed up for my tarot class. So I've got 3 people. When I closed up my tarot space, I had been doing in-person workshops, and I had enough like materials, except I hadn't typed out the papers and stuff, for 6 people to do tarot workshops. So I'm very excited. I've got 3 people who are going to pilot a virtual tarot workshop, and they have been very patient, and I appreciate that because it's taken a long time for me to get stuff put together. But now this weekend I'm going to try to get everything boxed up. I created a problem for myself where like I like to use USPS flat rate priority mailboxes, because then I know in advance how much they're going to cost to ship. And the 2 medium sizes, I don't think all of the products fit in either of the 2 medium sizes. So I'm trying to figure out like how to pack this stuff so that nothing gets damaged. I don't have to bend papers, anything like that. So it's going to be an adventure, but that's my goal for this weekend. Oh, so Kayla is Psychopomp. That I just recognized her name. So that's Kayla. So Kayla is one of our tarot people that's going to be, so I'm hoping to get that done this weekend. I'm hoping I should get it done. I'm hoping, we'll see how it goes. But so that took a weird turn. What was I talking? I was talking about the fact that in a previous live, because I ordered the gem dolls, because they had a glitter, and they did a reproduction of a glitter and gold gem, and then they did the hologram. So they did Aja, Shayna, and Kimber, and those were all pre-orders, and the pre-orders were supposed to ship by December 31st. Then they said, we have to push it till February. Well, then at the end of February, I was like, hey, just looking for an update. And then I got a shipping update, and all it was 2 of these little things. So these are little like blind box, blind chibi things. There's 20 different figures that could be in here. And I added, it was like a set of 2, and I added it so I could qualify for free shipping. There was some promotion or something that like you had to hit a certain dollar amount, and I was like $6 away, and I think these were $7 to get 2 of these. And so I added these in. So what got shipped was these 2. We're still waiting for the gem dolls. So I'm hoping, I have to email again because I would love to be able to. If not, I'll just put pictures from the Loyal Subjects, the toy company, in the thing saying that they're on the way, and I'll include them in a future update. But they did send me these little chibi figures. So we opened one on a previous live, and I got Canary Yellow and Buddy Blue. And so we are going to open this up and see whatever colors are in. There's 2 little figures in here, and yeah, of the 20 possible ones, we will use the colors on these to do a look. So let me see if I'm missing anybody. Let's see. People saying, hello, Kayla. I don't see you, but hi. You don't see Psychopomp. Did you change it to all messages, or is it still on top messages? Maybe Kayla's got, it might be that it got filtered into your other area for comments. So we're gonna go ahead and open this, and then we'll see, because I would really like, I'm kind of hoping I get something. I've got the Nomad Cruise collection, that all matte and all shimmer palette. I would love to do something with that. But we've got some Bella Beauté bar, we've got some Blend Bunny, and so we're going to open this up. Before we do that, let me tell you what's on my face. So for primer, I did a little bit of the Conjuring Blood Drop Primer. I'm almost through with this. And this is a limited edition collection. And they've been teasing, like, when this stuff runs out, it's not coming back. I'm tempted to buy another one of these because I have really been enjoying it. And you can see I've gotten almost all the way through it. So we may end up with another Blood Drop Primer. And then I just did some of this. So this was from my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I bought some of these. I bought a couple of these REM. Now, these are different than I thought they were. I thought these were going to be more like the Auric Glow Lust, and we talked about this in a previous live. These are more like serum highlighters, so I put this on first, and I do feel like I have a little bit of glowiness. All right, now Dion sees Kayla. Perfect. So I did this one. This is in the shade Quartz. Pretty color. And then I don't know if I've used this before. So this is the REM foundation. I don't remember using this. So if I used it, it didn't create a very big impression on me then. But I like the way my skin is looking now. I felt like it went on really nicely. I feel like it looks really nice on me. So this is a pretty good color. This is Light 7C. And so that's the REM foundation. And then I used a little bit of the Juvia's I Am Magic Concealer. This is getting way down to the bottom. I know it's stained on the inside, but this is getting pretty empty. So pretty soon I might have to re-up on that. And then I'm going to wait because I've got a couple new like potential bronzer products, but I want to see what we get. So I just did the brown turtleneck, and we did that with the Trixie Sticks in Some More Sun. So that's what we've got on the face so far. I'm gonna get out of bed and pretend to live life. I'll be here, but not communicating, not commenting for a bit. That is all right. Do what you got to do. We are multitaskers. We love it. So let's go ahead and open up this little chibi box and see what 2 figures we got that are going to pick our look. So they're in little black wrappers. Oh, there's a plastic. I only got part of it. Okay, so there's that. I'm trying not to look too closely because sometimes they have little holes in the black bag that'll show you, like, you'll get to see some of the color of the figure. So these, some of them are the color kids. So if you don't know Rainbow Bright, it's Rainbow Bright and then her friends are the color kids. And there's one for each color of the rainbow. So there's like Red Butler is one. So there's 2 boys, Red Butler and Buddy Blue. And then there's Lala Orange, Canary Yellow, Patio Green, Buddy Blue, Indigo, and then Shy Violet. Indigo was the one, like, this was the 80s, so having like one character of color was like diversity. And she only got one name. She just got Indigo. Like everybody else got some kind of little fun name, and she was just Indigo. I mean, I suppose it was a little bit like interesting for the time to include somebody who was of like South Asian descent rather than like for your token character. It wasn't great, but it was an interesting choice at least. But she just got called Indigo. Like everybody else got fun names. So let's go ahead and pull out the first one. So the first one, I would love a Patio Green. Obviously because I love green, but also just because I would love, I've got some green options that I know would be very fun. So there is the little, so, oh, we got Patio Green. All right. Yes, so we did get patio green. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. So there's patio green in that little chibi form. So if you don't know what chibi is, it's from anime. I'm not an anime expert, but my understanding is that, like, because it always happens, and that's why I've never been able to get into anime or manga, because anytime I've tried it, they're, even if they're drawn like more elegant or more, they've got that sleeker kind of look, there's always moments like when a character gets upset where they turn into chibis, where they look like little big-eyed children. And and then they're like, usually there's big emotion, like there'll be big teardrops, like, like they're yelling or whatever. And I don't like that. I do think these little figures are kind of cute. So I'm not sad that I got these. And I am, yes, Mama Champagne, I'm excited that I got my patio green. So now let's see what color we are mixing with green. Let's see here. I'm trying not to see it before you do. Where's the face? Okay. Oh, and we got a little Rainbow Bright. So the color kids are all kind of like, you know, shades of one color. And then we've got Rainbow Bright, who has that blonde hair. She's got the blue dress, the red shoes. So kind of like primary colors, but then she does have like a little, I know it's not going to focus, but she has like the little rainbow on her belt and little rainbow armbands. So it does open it up, but I think especially for combine, I think her main colors that we would use are yellow, blue, or red. So this is kind of our color inspiration. Very cute, very cute. Yeah, so that's what we have to pick from. I knocked patio green over, so we've got those. So I'll keep those around. This is the little... and then there are other characters as well. And then there's some of the little sprites. So here you can see, like, there's, like, it's not going to be focused. I'm so sorry. But there's the Rainbow Bright I got. There's Red Butler, Canary Yellow, Patio Green, Lala Orange, Buddy Blue, Shy Violet, and Indigo. And then we have, is that Tickled Pink? So we have Tickled Pink, and then Stormy. I forget who Stormy is, but obviously it's Rainbow, so then there's like Storms. I don't know if she was a villain or if she was like a friend of Rainbow Bright. She's kind of in among the color kids, so it makes me think that it's maybe like a friend of Rainbow Bright. And then each one had their own little like color coordinated, they called them sprites. And so this is Rainbow Bright's. Hers was white with some rainbow stuff. His name is Twink. Good Lord. And so they do have a few of them. These are options that can come as well. And then is there anything? Oh yeah, and then on the back we have Starlight Sunriser. Okay, so it's hard to see, I know, but they have little unicorns or horses. This is Starlight Sunriser, Puppy Bright, and then we have Murky and Lurky. I had a Lurky stuffed animal when I was a kid. And of course I loved Murky because he had that color green was like one of my favorites. And so I always wanted him, but he was hard to find. I feel like I'm not even sure if I ever really saw him in stores. I know I just saw him in catalogs and stuff and I was like, oh, I want that. And I did not have him, but if the loyal subjects did a Murky, I would probably pick it up. I do have the like 12-inch Rainbow Bright that they came out with because she went on sale for $10 for a while. And so they had the Rainbow Bright for $10 and then they had a Sprite of Twink for $10. And the Twink one is really big. And so I think HalloweenCostumes.com has a like plus size Rainbow Bright costume. And so I think at some point I might order that. And then for a drag show, I'll work out something because then I've got Twink, the little Sprite. So we'll figure out. All right, so these are our colors. I miss the Cabbage Patch Kids. Yes, and Poppables. Like Popples? I think, is that, because there was so much stuff in the 80s. So like, because the Loyal Subjects has done some reproductions of Popples. The little like bears that like turn into a little ball, like they flip inside out. They have made a couple of those. That was never, like, those were ones I thought were kind of cute, but I never really had one. And I wasn't, there was other things I was jonesing for in the toy area, but I always thought they were cute. And the Loyal Subjects has done a couple Popples, which I think is fun. Now I just need them to send me my damn gem dolls. Oh, the holograms. And then, like, they teased a Pizzazz ages ago. That was supposed to be the next one after Gem, was Pizzazz. And Pizzazz is my favorite character from Gem. And then apparently there was some production issue and she like disappeared and has never been heard from again. And so I'm hoping at some point we get a pizzazz, and we need the Misfits, because the Misfits, their songs were better. I liked the Misfits better. I liked a Bad Girl, and so I'm all about those. Gonna have some of my black cherry water from Aldi. All right. Moment of truth. My favorite pound puppies. I had pound. I think I might have had a pound puppy or two, but I mostly had the pound purries because I was a cat person. And I didn't have any of the big ones. I had the kittens, and I think I liked the kittens better. I thought they were super cute, and for a while you could get them in like Hardee's meals and stuff. My Little Ponies. I had quite a few My Little Ponies. So many Barbies. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yellow, blue, and red. That's interesting, because I think these are too muted. If we had gotten like the green Sprite and I could have just gone all green, I might have stuck with the greens in here. And then the green shimmers. I mean, I don't have to use all of the colors, like all of them. But I do feel like we have some beautiful green shimmers in this palette. So let me, do I still have from when we did Lucky Dip? Where did I put the Ellis palette? Did I leave it over here? Oh, I've used this a lot because I use this for Lucky Dip Live. Do I want to use this again? I feel like I want to use new things, but I'm going to use the shimmers. But I feel like this gives me good rainbow options. Let's use this. This is the Ellis Atlantis Volume 1. I'm always looking for excuses to use this. And then I'll bring in shimmers from the Nomad, because that's why I said I was thinking about rearranging these, where I put together two like custom palettes and combine the mattes and the shimmers. But then the mattes were so muted that I was like, maybe I'll leave this like this so I'm more likely to use it as like a companion palette. And now we can do that. So I think I'm going to emphasize the green, obviously. I'm nothing if not predictable. But, so we're going to try some green, but also some yellow, blue, and red. I still have Barbies everywhere because of my daughter and youngest son. Love that. I bought a pound puppy a few years ago and named it Billy Shakes. I love it. Yeah, the pound puppies and pound purries. They were so cute. All right, let's take a fluffy brush. Billy Shakes. Okay. So in the inner part, let's start with Voltage. This is a bright yellow that leans a little bit green, but it's definitely a yellow. And let me see. I'm going to use that in the inner part of the eye. And so we're going to... this is pretty. Yellows are always a little tricky. Actually, I don't mind that yellow color. I was going to say that maybe I'll have to put like a yellow base down, but I actually don't mind. That's why we love Blend Bunny, y'all. Look at, that's pretty intense for not having any kind of... Oh, I forgot to put eye primer on. I don't even have primer on. I'm just putting this over foundation. Oh, Lord. I was so excited to get into these colors and play with makeup that I forgot to even put a primer down. Yeah, I think having some sort of like green inside to the eye, because I think that's very like Rainbow Bright's hair. And you know, we're doing the whole face. It doesn't have to just be the eye look. So maybe we'll do like a red, like an intense red lip. And that will be part of the Rainbow Bright inspiration. And maybe we'll work a little bit of like red blush. So we'll keep it very green, because I can always do a lash line that's blue. And that'll bring in some of the blue, and that'll match really well with the yellow and the green. And then we'll do red for the lip. And I think that will give us a nice homage to these two characters sort of blended together. All right, so there is our inner corner. Yeah, without primer and just like without any kind of like colored base underneath, like this is pretty good for a yellow. I'm pretty impressed with that. I'm also impressed with this skin. Why have I not been using this REM Beauty foundation? Because I think this looks... I mean, I've got the Juvia's on top of it, but like even up here where it's just that, I think it looks good. I'm pretty impressed. Okay, so there is the yellow. I'm liking that. And then, speaking of green, so I told Mama Champagne this already, but so do you remember that green dress that I bought from Romans? Because I'm an old Midwestern white lady. And I accidentally bought it twice because I didn't get an order notification. And so then I was worried that I hadn't ordered it, and I ended up ordering it twice. So I took one of them to the show this last weekend because I was like, well, let's try it out. Because I think I'm going to like gem it up a little bit, add some stones and maybe some details and things. And so I was like, I'll bring it to the show. And I put it on at the show, and like, it didn't fit very well in the boobs, and it had this like necktie thing, and but it kind of gapped, and I was like, this is weird. And then, so I didn't really like the way that it looked, and it felt, I don't know, it just didn't feel very good. I was like, I don't know if this is really attractive. It was fine, and then it was just kind of like a boring, I was like, I remember it looking like it had more of like a ruffly kind of look. I was like, this is kind of boring. No one told me. I don't know if people noticed and just didn't want to say anything, or if truly nobody noticed. I had the goddamn thing on backwards. I did a whole number with this dress on backwards. So that tie was actually supposed to be at the back of the neck, and the neck, like the back is supposed to be open a little bit, like have a little bit of a dip down. Yeah, wore it completely backwards. So I need to try it again to see, maybe with this green look, maybe I'll try it on at the end and you can see the top of it. Yeah, I can't believe I wore my dress backwards and nobody said anything. Oh, it looks like pigmented without primer. Yep, it's so cool when we forget. Eye primer in the shadow says, I don't need primer. Yes, I love that. I'm still giggling. Yes, fashion. Yes, I was trying something new and bold and daring, wearing my dress back. And even at one point, like, because I was like, it wasn't fitting very well with the neck tied. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just leave it and it can cut. Because I wore, because it was so low cut, because I even tried it on in my office and got it on backwards when I tried it on in my office. And I noticed it was way low cut. And I was like, well, I'll just wear, I've got a, like, just like a loose maxi dress that's kind of a similar color. And I was like, and that's got a ruffle at the bottom. I was like, I'll just layer them and it'll be open and you can see the other green. And so I had another dress underneath. I was like, well, maybe I'll just like leave it untied. Well, when I untied it, the two sides like flapped open and there was a tag on one side. And I was like, who would put a tag right here in the bust of the dress? Nobody, bitch, because that's the back of the dress. You have the damn thing on backwards. And so I still, all of those clues, so many context clues, and I somehow never figured out that I had it out backwards. Oh my God. Not my brightest moment. Not my best. It had been a week. It had been a week, let me tell you. So I guess that's what happens, is that sometimes we just go a little crazy and put our dress on backwards. And I've been doing this for almost 25 years. So that's, I don't know if I'm an inspiration or a cautionary tale, that if you're worried about you're starting something new and you're not very good at it, just remember, I've been doing this for 25 years and I put my fucking dress on backwards. So, and wore it out to the show, like wore it out and did an entire, like a power ballad. It's this mix I have of Kesha ballads, and it's like really serious, and at the end I do this like wig rip and do this whole like moment, and all of the pictures, now I look at them and I'm like, bitch, you have the dress. And I didn't even notice it. It was 2 days later, Tuesday, because you know I ordered that dress because I saw it in an Instagram ad, and then if you buy something for some reason, like, they'll still show you the same thing. And so they showed me an ad and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that's a high neck dress. And then they showed a back view of it and I was like, oh, it's tied in. It's, oh, bitch, you had it on backwards. Oh, I just can't. I'll have to, and it doesn't look too bad. So I think I got away with it. None of the pictures really show the back, so it might have looked, and because it's such a high neck dress, it's not like it had like any kind of dip for like a neckline. Like, it was meant to be tied up around the neck. And so I think I got away with it, maybe. Maybe. Oh, hello, Bougie Brie. How you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, so there we have. So what a night, what a night. I'm gonna go into, we've got Specimen, which I think could be a good bridge shade, but I'm gonna go into this one, which is Infestation. And then if I need to put a little bit of this to kind of bridge them, I will do that. But I'm going to go ahead and go into this. I mean, there's no adult steering this ship. There just isn't. There just isn't. Ah, crazy. All right, so let me go ahead and... These are looking pretty good. I do kind of wish I had a primer on, but... And I could go and correct it, but now we're in it, and I'm like, well, I didn't have it for the first one. The first one actually behaved pretty well. I am kind of wishing that I had a little bit of a primer, but it's all right. It is all right. I think it's going to be gorgeous without. That's why I like Blend Bunny, because they pull it out. Today was a Blend Bunny release. They had the new Masterclass collection, the bronzer, highlighter, blush palettes, those new ones that are all neutrals. Very excited for that, because I loved, if you saw my Best of Beauty, you will know that my Best of Beauty for 2025, what was last year? What even is time? My best product of last year was the Blend Bunny blush palette. Like, beat out all of the eyeshadow palettes. How crazy is that? Hello, Booty Smoothie. How are you doing? Yes, I am live. We came on to do... I decided I needed a makeup play day today. So for anybody who has joined us, I had a little, like, blind... one of those blind box toys, and it was Rainbow Bright figures. And there are 2 of them. And so I got a little Rainbow Bright. So obviously the main colors here, we've got that bright yellow of her hair, we've got the blue and the red, and then we also got, so the little package had 2 of them, and the other one was patio green. So I'm going to do a green and yellow with maybe a little bit of blue for the eye look, and then we're going to do a bold red lip and maybe some red blush. So stuck the new ECU in my car, just got done driving it, love it. Very exciting. I don't know what an ECU is, but I'm not a car person, but it sounds exciting. I hear CU and I'm like, the only like frame of reference I have is either Credit Union or Cinematic Universe. And I don't imagine you stuck either of those in your car. So my makeup is cake. Yes, it is. I do like to serve some cake. Yeah, so here we go. These eye looks are already very different shapes, so that's a thing that's happening. But like I said, we'll probably put a little bridge. Hello, we the people. Hello, Elena. Hello, Elena. Engine control unit. Okay. Work. I don't know what that does, but it controls the engine, and it's a unit. So, hooked on phonics worked for me. All right, so here we go. So we've got some greens. See you next, yeah. Yeah, the beginning of See You Next Tuesday. Which, can we talk about, speaking of that word, can we have a moment where I just tell you, I am so tired. So my building where my office is, I go in the back door because that's the easiest way. There's an elevator. I just come up to the 2nd floor and I come down the hall to my office. And it's a little, so it's the back side of the building, and there's this little alleyway, and it's right next to this like car wash, this big car wash. So today was like 45 degrees. So all the assholes with their big trucks were out getting their car washed. And what happens at this car wash is that people will pull up and it's so full that like the line is extending out into the street. Now, my brothers and sisters in Christ, a car wash is not a necessary service. You're not going to a doctor's office. You're not going to a clinic. You're not going to a school. You're not going to some psychiatric treatment center to get treatment for your tiny penis energy, having to have this big super cab truck. And so they will just park, but sometimes they park so far out, like the line goes so far out because it's kind of on a little bit of a curve in the road, that they block the alleyway for me to get to my office. And so I am frustrated with them every time. I call them the car wash cunts. Because it's like, if you pull up and it's that busy, you can't just wait till another day. You couldn't wait till another day. You have to sit there and block the fucking road because your life is so important and you have to get a car wash. I mean, it's just like, ugh, these people are so gross. I just hate them. And yeah, I went out to lunch and then it took me like 5 minutes to get to the door. Like I had to wait in this dumb line for the car wash. And I'm like, I'm not even going to the car wash. I'm trying to get back to my office. So I'm going to go into Specimen and I'm just going to blend a little bit of that along the two. Oh, I keep knocking over poor Patio Green. She's my favorite and I knock her over. Think carburetor, but electric. Okay. That's closer. I mean, I know like nothing about cars. Are you guy? Am I gay? Hello, crows in mama. Yes, I am. Hello, or Big Macs. Oh, there's two of them. What the fuck, YouTube? Hello, Big Mac Smit Dog. Inconsiderately, precisely. Yeah. It's like plugging in a mouse, really. You plug it in, bolt it on, and add the ground to a bolt. Nothing wild. I know grounding is about electricity, and it keeps you from getting electrocuted, I think, if it's grounded. Are you gay? Yes, I am. Don't swear. Don't come to my channel and tell me what to do. We like to say the F-bomb a lot. And I'm not monetized, so right now I can. The car wash company by me has multiple lines and pushes them through like a McDonald's. And it goes pretty fast, but it's still like there's so many people. The car wash cunts just like come out of the woodwork when it's 40 degrees. And it's like, this is not a necessary service. If it's that busy, you could wait. I hate them. I just hate them. Like people who stop in the middle of the intersection instead of stopping at a yellow. Yeah. What is that? Oh my gosh, I'm a kid. Well, this is not a kid's channel. I mean, welcome. We're glad you're here, but this is your warning that sometimes the language is going to be crazy. Because that's how we roll on this channel. So let me go ahead and just put a little bit of this. So I'm going to go kind of on the edge and kind of blend this onto there. Oh, I kind of like that. Gives a little bit of softness to that blend. So it's not as obvious. Yeah, if your parents are mad that you came to my channel and heard a bad word, then your parents need to parent better. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but parents are responsible to help their children choose things on the internet, and I'm not the thing they should choose. But I can't tell YouTube, if I say no, it's not made for kids, then they'll like age restrict it, and that's not the point. I did accidentally today, sorry. I bumped my key with my phone after fixing it, then pull off like it died, restarted it, and it was fine. I just sure, I don't, all this car stuff, I have no idea. I'm okay, bye. I'm a Christian, I don't support gay, so God love you, bye. Okay, bye. I mean, this isn't an airport. You don't have to announce your departure, but bye then. I don't know what to tell you, except God isn't real. You'll figure that when you're older, but that's not for me to decide. I do like Trixie Mattel when she was in that interview and they're like, what would you say to somebody who thinks that like their religion says that this is wrong or whatever? And she's like, well, God's not real and I am. So there's that. And yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like you can believe whatever mythology you choose to. That's fine. That's not my business. But this is my platform on the internet, and you came here. So it's not really my job to tailor content to you. It's for you to make better content choices. And that's all we're going to say about that. Okay, so, I went into Regenerate, which is this darker green, and I'm starting to build up a darker green. I'm so excited to play with these shimmers. I'm just trying to build something. Bye then, and good riddance. You said it. I'm so excited for some shimmers. I don't support judgy people. Yes, I like that. Me either. Although I shouldn't say that because I like to judge sometimes. It's sort of like in Sex and the City when Carrie's talking to Stanford, and they're talking about being judgmental, and Stanford is like, "Girl, it's like some people garden, we judge. This is our hobby." Um, that's how I feel sometimes. But there we go. So we have a fun little. Why green? Oh, love the darker green. Yes, I felt the same in elementary school. I literally said, if you believe the knee based on my current understanding, we came from it. Yep. And so why green? So we did a blind box toy. It was a Rainbow Bright, and we got two little figures. So we got a Rainbow Bright, and we got a Patio Green. So this is what is inspiring the look. So we're going to use these two little figures to choose the colors. So we've got some shades of green, we've got a bright yellow, we've got blue, and we've got red. So that's kind of what's, so I think we're gonna keep the red to the lips. I think we're gonna do like a red, juicy, yummy kind of lip. And then the eyes, we're gonna do the yellow, green, blue, because that'll mix well, because I was a child of the 80s and Ziploc taught us that yellow and blue make green. I don't even know if they do that anymore. Now I think it's red and blue making purple. But it does not look great. Well, we're early in the process. So, and if you don't like it, you don't have to look at it. That's the beauty of the internet. It is a place where you can hang out and see the things that you want to see and not see the things that you don't want to see. Yeah. I think the blend is looking pretty good. Now it looks crazy right now because it's not done. Drag makeup is very much trust the process. Because you're going to look crazy until it's done. I'm going to put this darker green all the way down to the bottom. I think we are going to work some blue in there. Yeah, I thought you were leaving. And you're 15, by the way. That's fine. So it's about time for you to start learning some things. But all right. This side is a little rougher than this side. So maybe if I just... we'll do a profile for pictures. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Does anybody else like the musical 5 years later? The last 5 years. I was like, what is the name of it? I thought you loved. Yeah. You are not a girl. You're correct. You would giggle if you saw what was in front of me right now. Oh dear. Gay hater. Bye. Yeah. Did you call it drag makeup? Yes. So I do. I'm a drag queen. I do drag makeup. Yeah. Let's get rid of Crow's mama, whatever the fuck's going on here. Yeah, you can go. Bye. I don't need some uppity Christian teenager like taking over the chat. We don't need that. That's not what we're here for. So go pray about it. Thoughts and prayers. Puzzles me when they say they don't like it, but they stay watching. Yeah, I mean, you stuck around. So thanks for the engagement. And you kept commenting. Thanks for the engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. Yeah, the shape of this one is just better than this one. That's just the world we live in. Oh my God. Okay, but that's fine. So we're going to put shimmers on the lid. Let me see. Is there anything else that I want to do? So let's do a little bit of... what do we want to do? It's all yellow and green. A beer and lemon, like juice, lemon, lime, Gatorade. I like it. Sour Skittles, the colors. Sisters, not twins. Yeah, the whole look is sisters, not twins. So I think we're going to do some of the blue across the bottom. So let me get a smaller brush. Do I have a smaller brush? Yeah, I should have a little smaller brush. Okay. And I'm going to go into, so along here, I'm going to go into Eternal. This looks very much like her blue. It's maybe a little bit darker, but her blue on her dress and her big blue eyes. Yeah. Hey, Janessa. Hey, chat. Hey, KK. How's it going? We are doing a, I had a little chibi Rainbow Bright figure mystery box toy, and it came with two figures. So we've got Rainbow Bright and we've got Patio Green, and they are inspiring the look for tonight. So we're about to put a little bit of that blue from her dress. Yeah, I think that works in there. Oh, did I miss somebody? Hello, Quince. Hello, this. Little Willie. Little Willie said their sister's not. Oh, you both said little sister. I saw Kayla say sisters not twins. You're both saying sisters not twins. I love that. Hello. Sorry, I don't have my Lily Whitmer. Okay. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm like trying to read everything and I'm struggling. So people said hello. People saying hello, hello. Booty smoothie, you could do darker around the edges, just a touch by the inner eyes toward the outer border of that color. Yeah, we're going to deepen up on the outer corner a little bit, but we're going to get to that a little bit later. Yeah, because I think I want to bring in more of the blue, so we're just going to... bring in a little bit of blue on this side. But sometimes I like to wait to do the darkening on the outer corner so that I can blend it into the shimmers. Hello, nice to see you. Hello, Run. Hello, Quince. Oh, Deanna's saying hello, Quince. No, I'm just reading. Oh, Lord. Okay, adorable. Thank you. Hey, Boo. Hey, Lily. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining in. Welcome to anybody that's new. We're just having a makeup play day. We're not doing anything too serious. We don't have any specific event that we're going to get ready for. So we're just doing a little bit of blue, and then now let's do a little bit of... Oh yeah, I was ahead of myself a bit. I wanted to point out how cute the shape would be. Yeah, so I like to have a little bit of depth on the outer corner, just because my eye shape, I've got these big hoods. Like when I just like relax my face, it's like comes down. That's why I shave off my brows and I go so high. And this is even like a little lower than I often go, but and I'm gonna bring a little bit of this blue, because I sometimes like to define this with a little bit of darkness in this corner. Is this what you were talking about too? I think you said, I was reading it kind of fast, and I think it said something about the inner corner as well. I do sometimes like to put a little something there just to amp it up a little bit. Oh yeah, we're rocking two totally different shapes. Oh my Lord. Okay, so let me try to... Oh, what are we doing? Okay, let me try to build this out a little bit. I clearly... Girl. This is what happens when I get too, like, invested in trying to read without my glasses on, that I'm not actually watching where I'm putting shadow. Because this needs to come a little bit up here, I think. So if we make this a little bit thicker... There we go. This is not even. But that's okay. We're going to blend some more. We're just kind of creating a little bit of a shape. So let me get this green shadow. Go over. Sorry, I'm trying not to cover the viewfinder so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Is this content just like hiding behind a mirror? But yeah, I think we ended up, this blue is just a little bit thicker because we took it farther. So we may have to thicken up this other blue one. Thick. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how I noticed that was so much lower. There we go. And then we'll just do a little bit more of the acidy green right in along here, just to kind of shave that line down a little bit. Let's make it less obtrusive. That's a little better. Once we put eyebrows on, that'll distract from it. And once we have shimmer, that'll help a lot too. Just got to trust the process. Yes, loving the colors, very 90s. Thank you. They're a bit heavy-handed, not too crazy though. Yeah, when I just have a play day, sometimes I'm going fast and I'm like, I'm not doing this for a shoot or a show. So sometimes it gets a little wonky. I'm going to go into Nebula. I think I'm going to do a little bit of the darkening on the outer corner. And then we'll kind of finesse it as we bring the shadow in. I've got this brush. and it's sitting here and it's ready. And so, oh, I did not tap off excess. We'll fix the concealer later. Oh shit. Okay, sorry. Sometimes I just forget that there's like a live audience that's watching me like hold a mirror in front of my face. Is this content? Is this? It's hard to say. Hard to say. I love a yellow, blue, and green look. I think this will be fun. Because yeah, then I can kind of, and the mats, I always have to remember, like the mats, if they're a little bit messy, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's a challenge to resist temptation. I asked about the last 5 years. Anybody a last 5 years fan? I like it, but if I'm just listening to it, I have to stop listening before the end because Jamie, like, I often like joke that the last 5 years just exists to remind us that men are trash. And I'm only half joking. So, do we want to do kind of a cut crease situation? Let me grab, let me try to see if I can, oh no, I should have known that was gonna, this Juvia's Place concealer, I love it, but it doesn't fully ever like completely dry down. It always stays a little bit tacky, and so I probably shouldn't bother doing this now. I've still got more shadow to do, but I don't like looking at it, so. We're just kind of, we're playing it fast and loose tonight. I'm just in the mood to paint a quick face, take some pictures, and then go watch the cliffhanger of Days of Our Lives today. I'm waiting for Lexi to come back from the dead. I like when they bring people back from the dead, but I'm surprised that it's Lexi, I have to say. Now to maybe protect this a little bit, I'm going to take a little bit of the Wonder Snatch powder. Let's see. This could be... Gotta trust the process. This could be a pretty bird. Yes, so if you do makeup or if you do other kinds of art stuff, Leah Evangelista on Instagram hosts this open collab called Creative Art with Heart, and the current submission is I'm a Pretty Bird, and this would be a gorgeous parrot one. I did a submission already, but this would be a good submission for that. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this Wonder Snatch powder so that if I end up dropping any more colorful shadow onto my concealer, hopefully I can brush it away, and we'll let it bake a little bit. Because sometimes if I'm just like having a play day, I'm so not careful, but it's like I also want to record some TikToks and do some other things, so I should be a little bit more careful than I am. And I always get powder everywhere. So we've got some powder laid down. Let's see what else we've got. Another Pretty Bird. Yes, Deanna Parrott. Absolutely. The blue definitely is bringing the Rainbow Bright. I think it is BRITE, Rainbow Bright. It's content if I keep staring like a creep. Yeah, I'm very invested. Good. I'm so glad that we're all here for the train wreck that's happening. I get invested too. Absolutely, Mama. Her other submission was a peacock. If you're just playing reconnecting, I noticed that with others' videos, you can have some powder sort of fall off and it sticks to it. Like, yeah, I used to do that a lot where you put like kind of a thick layer of powder underneath and the powder will like bake into the skin a little bit and help keep that concealer kind of thing. And if you get fallout, it's easier to kind of brush it off. And I don't know why I stopped doing that, but I haven't been doing a lot of baking lately. I do like that. I don't know why it's reconnecting. Hello, Alex is back. Your little brother called. I hope he's doing well. I never remember if it's a V or B. Juvia's. Oh, Juvia's with a V. Juvia's Place. I'm a big fan. Hello again, everyone. Hello, Mickey Blue. Yeah, it was an all right week. I mean, I wanted to have a play day because it was a little bit stressful, but it wasn't too bad. So Leah allows multiple submissions. She'll post it. Yeah, true. I could do another one. Yeah, so this week was better. There was some stressful stuff, but the big like beast of a project that was 2 live events was on Monday, so that's over. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited about that. So let's go ahead and pick a couple fun. I mean, obviously, I think we have to do that one, right? Like we have to do that, and then maybe that one. That's got some like blue reflect, so that might blend really well. I always misheard that. No, that's all right. It's Juvia's. It sounds very close. He's doing better than he was. He's in a strict rehab, so fingers crossed he does good this time. Well, I am wishing him all the best. I've had some friends who have dealt with substance abuse issues themselves and with their families, and I know how tricky that can be. So definitely wishing you all well. I hope you're doing well as well. I always love the idea of it staying tacky for a while. Neat. Yeah, so there we have that. I'm going to be wild. I'm going to try just putting on this shimmer without spraying it to see how it does. Nomad shimmers are usually pretty good, but sometimes I do prefer them if they're sprayed. But let me just see. Because, I mean, look at that. That's pretty. This is the Cruise collection, and this is the shade Sea Glass, which is that limey green that I just showed a little bit ago. But it blends nicely with that yellow because it's got a lot of like golden yellow shimmer notes in it. Now, the one thing with these shimmers is that they're kind of chunky anyway. And then because they've pressed these like Nomad logos into them, when you put your brush in, pieces start to break off. I don't love that, but yeah, so the idea. I'm so glad to hear it. I hope it sticks. Yeah, I heard those shimmers are the best. They're really nice. They're really pretty, but they are like kind of a chunkier formula. Not chunky the way that Bella Beauté bar. So if you've tried Bella Beauté bar, like those where it's a little bit, it's not like those. It's just like it's the kind of almost metallic-y sort of chunky that as you like work with it, it like spreads out and it creates this more like metallic sort of color. So they are really pretty. But they are just, because they've got that stamped in part, they are a little tricky. Sending healing vibes to your brother Alex. We appreciate that. Chunky if the words. Chunky if the mica breaks apart like foil. Yeah, so it's, I wish they hadn't put these big, because I feel like I'm going to lose chunks out of this if I'm not careful. Just because it's got those big like peaks and ridges. But that's pretty. I mean, that's without, I don't have an eye primer on and I haven't sprayed these. This is pretty good. These are definitely different. I feel like some of the, no, although there was that big like chunk that just fell down, so I'll put a little bit more on the lower lash line. But I do feel like these are different than some of the other ones. The other ones, like, they're still beautiful, but they're a little bit more of like a satin shimmer, whereas these have a little bit more of this metallic-y. So yeah, they're pretty good. All right, so we've got a little green in there. Yeah, I do kind of like that. It can be a little bit of a corner highlight. I think I might go into Dancing Sunlight and do like a full inner corner highlight, but we can have it go into the corner a little bit just to kind of, and then we'll go over it. Or this Morning Mist, this green shade could be really pretty in there too. But now I'm going to go into, which one? Emerald Jewel, this one here. And I'm going to put that next to it so it can start to blend into the outer corner shades. And so let's see. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. These are spreading really nicely. Again, for not wetting them, for not, you get a little bit of that shine. Ooh. I'm going to spray it just to see how it does sprayed. I mean, it does, when you spray it, it does lay down really, really nice. That was really good. Okay. And I've said this before, that oftentimes if I'm spraying a shimmer, if I go back to the pan, I often don't I don't spray again the second time just because the brush will sometimes still have a little bit of moisture when I pick up the shadow. So just so that I'm not like completely just like soaking my brush over and over, I will. But this does, wetting it does help kind of break up those chunky bits a little bit. So I do like that. That's pretty. That's pretty. So now do we want another shade? Oh, I should do the dark green on the other side. I've been doing both sides, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, what if we went 3 steps ahead? Girl, get it together. All right, so let's go ahead and that's so pretty. I love shades like this. I hope Patio Green would be proud. I can't even say her name. There we go. We have that. This is a really nice look. It's giving a character vibe like Ursula. If she was less of an asshole, I love Ursula. I love her. Like the stoner version if she was more into kelp. I love it. Listen, it's just like putting a dress on backwards. Sometimes you forget to do what you know. Exactly. Sometimes you're just trying something out and you're like, you know what? Maybe this dress, maybe it would be better if it was backwards. Who knows? And then you find out that it's not. And then that's okay. We learned in the process. All right. Now, I sometimes, when I have 2 shimmers, and we've got like a really stark line there, so I sometimes like to tap another shimmer on top of that. Why don't we do Morning Mist? Morning Mist is this green one. So having it, it's a little bit lighter than both of them, but if we just kind of, it doesn't have to be very crazy. It can just kind of be a little bit like, to kind of help the transition. This one I feel like I might have to spray a little bit. Not because it's bad, but because it is a little bit, it's going over 2 other shimmers, and so just to make sure that it like really lays down and sticks. There we go. Just kind of softens that up a little bit. And I'm trying to go right on the line and drag it over to the darker side so that we keep a lot of that lime green sort of color. And then I'm just going to go back and work the dark shade into the edge of this again. So again, sometimes it's just a lot of back and forth until you get the right kind of blend that you want. Yeah, I like that. I'm feeling, let me know, chat. Let me know what you think. I'm feeling, I mean, these are 2 different eye shapes. It's fine. The eyebrows are going to be 2 different shapes, so it'll all work together. I am feeling, now I know that it's not a strong color, but technically she is rainbow bright, and so it is a rainbow. What if we did like a fun pop of color in here? Because I'm kind of drawn to either this shade, Sparkling Sunset, or this shade. Like, what if we did just like an orange pop in the inner corner? What do we think? What say you, chat? For those who weren't here earlier, Janessa was talking about accidentally wearing a dress backwards at a show recently, so I'm giving her a little grade. Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, so if anybody missed that story, at my show this last weekend, I had this new dress that I was excited to try out, and I accidentally put it on backwards and didn't realize it, and nobody at the show either noticed or told me. I'm hoping it's that they didn't notice. I'm hoping they didn't be like, that bitch is wearing her dress backwards and we're going to watch what happens. That would be awful. Yeah, definitely feels a little bit Disney villain. And once I put the eyebrows on, I always do Disney villain brows. So, what do we think about orange? Anybody feeling orange? Yes or no? Whoever answers first, we're gonna go with what you say. Should we do orange? Because if we don't, then we'll do Dancing Sunlight. This kind of pearly golden shade. So how are we feeling about orange? Orange, do we have a, I think orange would look good. Honestly, far corner color looks sick with a bit of orange. Okay, we've got 2 votes for orange. Oh, I'm sorry, we the people, we got 2 votes for orange. They were my first ones. So I'm gonna go with this lighter. No, or do we want like a pop of like orange? I think this one. I like this. I am often team too much. So for once in my life, I'm going to choose the less crazy option. Dion has a vote for orange as well. So we're gonna go with this and just see how this goes into the inner corner. Ooh, that is kind of pretty. I think I need to spray this one just to make sure, because I really want this to pop. If you're gonna do like an oddball color, I like to make sure it really, really pops. So let's, here we go. Ooh, and that orange does kind of blend nicely with the yellow, so it's not insane. I think that's kind of pretty. I have to keep toggling because I don't see all the comments. Oh no! YouTube is always on its bullshit. Yes, I said bullshit. Sorry to any Christian teens out there that might still be watching. If you are, we don't know because your comments have been blocked. Yeah, I like this. I like that. I think that's fun, and I think that's still in line with the Rainbow Bright. Yeah. I think that's cute. I think I'm going to put just a touch of the darker orange. We're going to be team too much. It's play day. Let's play. Just enough to really kind of deepen and give it like that orange. Like orange. I think it looks really good on you. Well, thank you. Hello, Michelle Sedano. Nice to see you. What about a little bit of red somewhere? So we're going to do the red is going to be in the lips. We're going to do like a juicy, juicy red lip. So that's going to be our red. Yeah, I like that. It brings a little bit more of the orange. This is good. Oh, and then I was going to do a color to bridge down here on the bottom. I left a little bit of that open. So let's do a little bit of, I'm going to go with Prism Tide since we've got a blue lower lash line into the green. Hello, everybody saying hello. So yeah, a little bit of red. We are going to do the red lip. I think I feel more comfortable with putting an orange in the eye look than I do with a red. I feel like that could get out of control pretty quickly. There we go. Look at that. So that's basically the look. We have to do brows, the eye look. I keep checking a different live they logged off. Bunch of pussies can't handle some nails on the guy I called daddy as a joke. If they met my boyfriends, they would panic, especially in public. I love that. I love men with painted nails. Red lip is good. Hello. Nice to see you, Michelle. Yeah, and I think we might do a little bit of red in the blush as well, because red often blends out to like a deep pink, like as you blend it out, and still has like kind of those red tones to it. So I think that could be fun. Let's see. Do I want to do anything else to the eyes? Well, we have to do some mascara. What did I do with my mascara? I dug around and found it last time. Oh, and then I left it right here, so I would find it again. My Bubble Mascara from Maybelline. I don't love this, but I loved it better than that Melt So High. That Melt So High mascara. I'm so sorry. If you love it, if you found a way to use it, go with God. Bless you. I hope you have a lovely day. I could not get it to work. It was just not working for me. And so, it didn't work when I first opened it. And it had been sitting for a while because I know mascaras, a lot of the mascaras that I use, and I don't know if anybody else has experienced this as well, I find that mascaras have to be open for a little while before they really, really are good. And that's So High mascara. I had it open for a while and it never in that whole life cycle did it ever get better. And so eventually I just threw it. So this Bubble Mascara, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Even just darkening up the lashes a little bit is good. The blush journey continues, absolutely. The Supernatural was good, but then it started getting chunky. Ooh, I think I have one that's still in the box that I haven't tried of the Supernatural lash. I don't. Maybe I've opened one. I think I've gotten one in a mystery box, and I think I got one with one of the collections. I liked that one. I didn't love it, but then compared to the So High, it's like worlds better. All right, let's see if we have a little brush. We do have a little brush, and we have our little palette. Let's see, with this, maybe I'll do like a blue brow. Yeah. Let's use this. This is one of the split pan liners from Glisten, and I've got two shades of kind of, they're really blue. I was hoping there'd be more blue purple. I'll use the darker shade, and then let's see if I can get these even remotely together. I just bought the L'Oreal Telescope mascara. I can't wait to try. Ooh, that sounds fun. I need to just go back. I keep trying things, and I have a lot of like sample size mascara. I should start working through those. And really, I don't think I've bought a full size mascara in a long time where I bought the mascara. Usually it's been like in mystery boxes or gifts with orders or things like that, because I did the Melt mystery boxes not too long ago. Maybe, no, it wasn't this Valentine's Day. Maybe they had like October ones or December ones. I don't remember, but maybe it was last Valentine's. It could be hard to say. But I need to start working through some of my little sample size ones. I went and checked over to that, thinking it might be themed after one of my favorite shows. No, the word was just ruined for me. Oh no! Oh no. I wish I knew more about the stuff despite not having touched it, but I did testing on my perception on color and got an impossible score as someone who can easily differentiate colors. Not a surprise. Love that. I always, I feel like I can differentiate colors. I feel like I sometimes have a hard time describing colors. And so then I kind of waffle with that. But all right, let's do a blue brow. Very Disney villain arched. This looks good, but don't celebrate yet. Remember, the first one always goes on beautifully. And then it's the second one, the second one that always is the plan. It's always, it like ruins the plan. The best score available on the scale was a 0, and that was my score. Congratulations. Okay. I tend to bring it in too far, so let's try not to make it go any further, but let's thicken it up. Yeah, baby. Oh, I like that. This brow. If I could just like stamp it and then like flip it and stamp it over there, that would be perfect. But that's fine. I waffle frequently. Haven't heard anyone say that out loud in 20 years. I love it. That's how it is with my mascara. One eye is great. The other is, yeah, maybe I'll just stand like this in all my pictures. It's always that second eye that gets me. Okay, let's... Come on. You can do it. You can do it if you try. I love that. Yeah, it looks really cute. I like this eyebrow, but it's, can I do it? That's so cool. What do you say? Have you tried a color match? Been thinking about having someone tell me what the best colors are for my skin tone. I can't really explain it well. Yeah, I think I took one of those online tests of like which color you are, and I forget. It was not a surprise because I was either like a winter or a spring, and it was basically like you are a pasty bitch and you need to wear pastels. That was kind of the gist of most of it. Pastels and cool tone colors. Okay, okay. Okay, we're gonna breathe. I'm sorry if I cover this up. I have to stop talking and concentrate. Not bad. I mean, obviously we thickened up the other one, so it's not as thick, but what's the best color for pale vampire skin? That's me. I pastels I think look if you've got a cool undertone, I think like pastel pinks and greens and like lavenders and blues are really beautiful and very, very fair skin. But like if you've got a cool undertone, anything that's got like more kind of pinkish tones or bluish tones is going to be really pretty. Okay, now we try to thicken it up. Okay. Not too bad though for the first pass. Okay. Oh God. I'm acting like there's some kind of like stakes to this. And I always kind of forget you don't have to do the whole thing. You can do just parts of it. There's a little bit, I'm starting to drip a little bit. I put a little bit too much setting spray. I need to find my high stakes eyebrows. Yeah. Oh, okay. These are like rib steak eyebrows. They are meaty. Okay. Yeah, this one is definitely up further. So I think if I go, let's see if I go a little bit there to make it a little blockier, and then I go, oh no 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 no, I drug it a little bit. Okay, I gotta remember to not drag it when I go underneath. And if I take this one a little bit, there we go. I think we kind of, once we get the shadow on, like they're still not great. They're not as bad as the last time. If you were here the last time I did eyebrows, you will remember the trauma drama of that situation. Those eyebrows were, those bitches didn't even like each other. They went to the same school and they had a class together once. That was as close as they were. But this, I think, is a suitable base. Let me just tap on it a little bit just to get some of the excess color. Close enough for the kind of eyebrows I do. This is good. Let me... Oh my God, one of my projects for this weekend should be washing brushes. That also needs to happen. Where are makeup wipes? Okay, because now I've got blue cake liner all over my hands. Let's get that off. Okay. All right. Said hi. Oh, I don't have my glasses on. Hello, Fraulein vom Ant. Hello, nice to see you. Makes sense. I'm super pale with pink, so I'll have to try that out. I love cool tones. I'm all about that. I got it. Okay. All right. Let's add some shimmer to really kind of spice this up. So I'm going to go into... This is too big. Why did I grab this huge brush? It was the first paddle brush that I came across, and then I just ignored the fact that it's like 10 times too big. Because I prefer, I've got a little pencil brush. I can do that instead. So let's go into this Prism Tide, since we're kind of embracing the blue. We've got this dark, dark blue. Now let's add a little bit of, because this is a little bit of kind of a subtle shimmer. This is a little bit more of kind of a satiny shimmer. And so I think if we do that, that will kind of mix nicely. And then we've got that dark outline of the brow, which I think is nice. And we won't go all the way to the tail. And so then we've got, there we go. So now we've added some blue. So we've started to get a little bit of our shimmer. And then we're going to go into some green. Let's do a little bit of that. Let's do this bright electric limey green. I'm loving this. So let's go ahead and put that right at the front of the brow. And of course it wants to chunk up a little bit. So let's put that there. Now, if you didn't notice, on St. Patrick's Day, I did put out a new video, like not a live, a filmed video, and it was about Leprechaun, the horror movie Leprechaun. If you have not watched it, and I suspect you probably haven't because it only has like 23 views. That one has not been a winner, but if you have not seen it, if you do like horror at all, I would love it if you would go watch my Leprechaun video. It was for my friend Jerry. My friend Jerry, it's his favorite horror movie. I don't love it, but I was like, I know how much he loves it, and so I was like, I'll do a film about, I'll do a video about Leprechaun for my buddy Jerry. So there we've got some stunning metallic eyebrows. Thank you. Yes, we love that. Yeah, I think people get so stunned by the shimmer that it helps them believe that maybe it's a little bit more even than it is. I am not above lying to people. And in fact, I'm going to lie to them a little bit more by adding a little bit of that other green shade, the darker green, right here. And just kind of deepen that, the greens into that blue. Just a little subtle. Subtle, we don't even know her. All right, just a little something, just a little something to make that gradient. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. I filmed it last year and I didn't get it done in time for St. Patrick's Day because Jerry was going to record a little video segment and then they just got so busy. And then I missed the holiday. So I was like, well, I don't really want to do it. And then I was like, should I just scrap it? And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just edit it and film it late. And then I never did that. And so then it was coming up on St. Patrick's Day and I was like, oh, I should get on my shit and I should actually do that. I'm going to take Dancing Sunlight. I've been wanting to use this and I keep saying I'm going to and then I keep not doing it. And so I'm going to take this and I'm going to do a little highlight under the brow. Just a little subtle underbrow highlight. Just a little something, something. Yeah. I've been wanting to use this shade so bad, and I just kept talking myself into other shades. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do it under the brow. So if you like horror films, please watch my Leprechaun video. I love doing lives, and I love that like my channel has started to have a little bit of growth since I've started doing the vertical lives because they do show them to more people. But it is sometimes a little discouraging then when you put out like a real video that you put a lot of work into. And then it's like nobody watches it, which I'm not entitled to views. Nobody has to watch it. Nobody's obligated to. So I appreciate that as well. I always will be the first to tell people, like, we have limited time on this earth, like spend it doing things you love. So if you absolutely hate horror, if you hate the Leprechaun movie, don't watch the video. You don't have to, but I just, if a few more people watched it, I would love that. Yeah, so let's see. Subtle if she got show very spoke. Well, I mean, subtle for me. I'm a big old hooker clown drag queen, so subtle for me. All right, so there we have that. Now we just need lashes. Where are we at for time? So we've been doing this an hour and 20 minutes. Where did I set my drink? Here it is. Ooh, and I've got a bunch of MAC lipsticks down there, so I know I have some reds because MAC does some amazing reds. Maybe we'll do Ruby Woo. We were just talking about Ruby Woo in Dion's live. All right. Ooh, this might be a little crazy, but I think we might be all right for crazy. Tell me what you think about this, because we are going to do the red lip. But what if I did these lashes? Like, the gems are not going to be super obvious. These were made by my friend Mary Kelly. She, for a while, was selling custom, like, Swarovski crystal lashes. So what do we think about these? Yes, you know, I watch everything. I know, Mama Champagne. She's the original Stan. Yes, do the lash. I think these could be cute. And it'll just be a little subtle red note, and then we'll have the red on the lip. So I think these are fun. Have I worn these before? It looks like these have been taken off, so I have worn these for something before. She gifted me some lashes. They were so beautiful. I probably have them sitting right here. Can I find them quickly in this mess of a lash drawer? I have a whole drawer in this filing cabinet that is all lashes. And it is all like, there's a lot of crystal lashes. So these are some lashes she made for me with AB Stone. Excuse me, pretty girl. I feel like drag is one of those things born out of the need for more fun. So the color is really tight. Yeah. But at the same time, these are the comments we'll hear if I leave the house. So they are perfect. Thank you, Fraulein. I appreciate that. 2 muffins are in the oven. One says, wow, it's hot in here. The other says, wow, a talking muffin. I love a good dad joke. These are ones, I wore this. I did a rubber ducky look. So back when the pandemic first started, I was doing this series on my website called Face Friday, where every Friday, this is before I had started YouTube, I would do a makeup look, and every step I would stop and take a picture, and then I would post them all and like talk through what I was doing. So it was kind of a makeup tutorial, but in a blog format. And I did a rubber ducky look, and it's not going to focus very well, but these are my little rubber ducky lashes that she made me. Super cute. These are the ones. So these are the lashes that she made me, and you can see that those are little Swarovski crystal skulls. She used to charge $50 for these because the skulls alone, even when she orders them at her like discount, were like $5 a piece. And the last event that I went to before, the last like big event that I did before the pandemic kicked off, was I went to Days of the Dead in Atlanta, Georgia, and I knew I'd been going to that con for a few years, and my friend was in charge of some of the like indie movie stuff, and she was responsible for them bringing in the Boulet brothers. So this was after maybe only like season 1 or 2 of Dragula. I think it was when they were just about to launch season 3 and it had moved to Amazon. And so she finagled it where I got to host their panel. And so I got to meet them and I got to interview them at one of the panels at the HorrorCon. So it was very cool. And so when I was getting ready to go down, my friend Mary was like, she was like, I'm going to send you something. And she sent me these beautiful lashes. And so I did a photo shoot. And they're hard to see because my lashes kind of get swallowed up in the makeup. But so I wore these for a photo shoot. And then when I was on the panel with the Boulet brothers, I wore these lashes as well. So these I love. Wow, talking muffin. The rubber duckies are cute. Yeah, these little skulls, they're so beautiful. And I know it's not focusing, but it's really gorgeous. Hello, Dawn. Nice to see you. Patio Green. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Dawn. I missed the skulls. Oh, there we go. You might have seen them again, but I'll show them again. So those are the skull lashes. Beautiful, beautiful. Good old patio drive. Very cool. Yeah, so these are fun. So let me go ahead and although these are really fun too. These could be really cute. No, let's use the red. They're a little bit thinner. That's the only thing with these, is that they're a little bit of like a thinner spidery lash, but I think that'll be okay. And maybe we'll see a little bit more of the red. Oh, I disturbed this lash drawer. Now it's never going to close. I did a declutter of my lashes, and I feel like this drawer is somehow more full than it used to be. I don't know how that even works. I feel like that's not the laws of physics, but... And I should have eyelash glue right here because I just did a face this weekend. Oh, it's in my purse because I took the eyelash glue with me, and the purse is right here. So, yep. Okay, where is it? Where are you? That one size spray. The brown sugar. Okay. Found it. I was like, if I don't have lash glue, I'm going to be so frustrated. Let me pull. There's little there's little things on the underside of the eyelashes too, just little small gems. I was listening to the story of the dress on backwards. I know, Dawn, it was not my proudest moment, but she kept going. Despite adversity, she kept going. It focuses well enough for my brain. I love to show off some of the crazy stuff I found. I love that. Also, I put it in this way so it would fit, and decluttering it made it not fit. So I realized it's spelled wrong, but in the right way. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if you've got fun stuff to show off, you should start a YouTube channel. There's always. That's how I sort of wandered into the like vintage toy area of YouTube. Is I was doing all of my drag makeup stuff, and I liked horror and doing all this other kind of stuff, but I also just love vintage toys, and I have a collection of vintage toys. And I was kind of surprised that like there's a lot of queer folks in the vintage toy collecting area of YouTube. And so yeah, if you've got fun stuff to show off, make some videos. Love to see it. Can I get this lash out of the lash box? Come here. Come here, you. Okay, so I'm trying to be a little bit more judicious with the glue. I almost said more conservative with the glue, and that word has just been ruined by the maggots. I don't even want to use it in places where it's appropriate that has nothing to do with politics, and so I'll be more judicious with the glue. I have a Twitch channel. I've watched a couple of things on Twitch, and I feel sometimes there is a video game that I've been playing a lot, and so I was like, maybe I should try doing Twitch, but I have not figured it out. I want to get a phone mount so I can just leave it till it dies, if that makes sense to everyone. Your Golden Girl doll videos. I love that, and I found all of my people because I did it because when I would go and search for Golden Girl videos, there was so little out there, and I was like, I guess I have to make the videos that I would want to watch. And that's just kind of what I did. Just want like a proper leave it and be set up with my phone. Yeah. I used to do more like podcasting, and I used to do Facebook Lives from my spare bedroom, my office. And I had like a phone mount, and I still have some lights in there because I do occasionally still go live here on YouTube. But I do kind of miss having like a phone mount. Because now when I go live, I just use the computer, but knowing that they like, YouTube prefers when you're live on your phone because it's vertical, and then they'll show it to more people. I do sometimes kind of want to have... You know what's annoying? The verification. I'm not verified on Twitch, but I can stream. Oh, yeah. See, I don't even know how that all works. Like, if you have to be a certain level to stream. During the pandemic, I watched a couple, like, drag shows on Twitch. There were a couple places that did, like, virtual drag shows through Twitch. And it was kind of cool because they had it was a very easy system for, like, tipping the performers. And so they had it where you could tip their, like, Venmo. They would put their Venmo or their PayPal. But there was also you could tip the show. Because I think the show was free, but they did suggest that you tip as well. You do not. You do not what? Which part of it? You do not need a verification, or you do not need to be a certain level. Which part do I not? I don't know. I talk so much and then I forget to check the chat, so I'm too slow getting to it. Okay. These lashes actually look really cute. You don't get a ton of the red, but every once in a while you get a little flash of it. Oh, there's no levels. Okay. Download Streamlabs and do like their basic setup stuff, no requirements. I looked at I looked at StreamYard. I should look at Streamlabs because I feel like at one point somebody was telling me that StreamYard, I think their prices must have gone way, way up, because I had a friend a couple years ago who was telling me, they're like, oh yeah, you should get StreamYard. I really like it. And it's $135 for the year. And I was like, that's not no money, but like I've spent $135 on worse shit than a year subscription to a streaming platform. So I was like, maybe I would do that. And now, like, Allison Troy, the retro toy princess that I've been on her channel a couple times, she was telling me that it's like $30 a month or something. And I'm like, that's You just pick an app that sends your video stream to Twitch. Streamlabs is free and is super easy to use. Yeah, and StreamYard had a free version, but I should look into Streamlabs too, because I have thought about trying to have something where it's not just on my phone, and if I wanted to do Twitch, that it sounds like that would be a good way to do it. There we go. So easily it pisses me off. I can't get lashed out. So usually one eye fights me and then one eye like cooperates. This one is the one that's seeming to want to fight. For some reason, this lash band is very stiff, so I'm having to really like place it and try to work it where it's at. And then I always get the glue gets everywhere. I like the dark lash glue because it blends in with the band. But also then if it gets everywhere, then you have little gray black eyelash glue. I just open it now that it's connected and it's live immediately. Nice. I love the makeup. Well, thank you. Oh God. So I don't have my glasses on and I'm trying to glue lashes, but is Switterosu? I'm sorry if I butchered that. I don't have glasses on and I'm gluing lashes and have eyelash glue in my eyes. I just need you to stick. I just need you to stick. Why? Why do you want to treat me this way? Okay. I can even leave the app and open Twitch and watch myself if I have a picture-in-picture turned on for my phone, which makes my YouTube tiny and like a widget or Twitch or whatever. Nice. Do you have some tips for perfect eyebrows? So these eyebrows are 100% fiction because I shave my eyebrows off and I paint them on. So the way I do my brows is I paint them on with cake liner and then like a water activated liner, and then I put shadow over them. So that's how I did these. Now you could do that with real eyebrows. You could just put like a brow gel through them, or you could use like a gel eyeliner, like a pot eyeliner, if you wanted to do a color and just like work it through the brow hairs and like shape your brows, and then just put a little bit of shadow, and that's how you could get this sort of metallic ombre. But I'm not an expert on how to tame real brows because I gave up and I just shave them off. I'm a cheater. I'm a dirty, dirty cheater. Let me wipe off if there's any of this excess powder left. Let me go ahead and wipe that off because we're done adding shadow to the look. All right, so there is the eye look with these little... This one lash is not. It's threatening to pop off at any moment, but it just has to look cute in pictures. So if you can cooperate and stay there long enough for some pictures and some TikToks, then we're good to go. We're good to go. See my live from my phone. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh nice is what I meant to say. That's fun if you can watch yourself on your phone so you can see how it's going. I should shave mine off too. Mine are so patchy anyway. If you lived through the 90s, God help you, because that was a time for eyebrows were public enemy number one. Am I a girl? Hello. Oh, what is that? DFLK. What do you think? You can decide. I'm not terribly picky about how people address me in terms of pronouns and things like that. Are you a Christian, Daddy? Please submit this for a second pretty bird look. Yeah, we might do it. We might do a little pretty bird with this pretty bird. Yeah, so my eyebrows have always been wild and bushy. I've never had crazy eyebrows, and my eyebrows are blonde. So that's the thing, is my hair, I was blonde as a kid, and then my hair darkened, but I still had like blonde eyebrows, blonde eyelashes, and so I never like fully lost it. It was always very strange. So let's go ahead. I've got a couple. We're going to let these sit, and I'm going to see if I have to fix these lashes before I do something. But I've got a couple of... Where did I put them? Oh, before I do that, I've got a couple powders from Dion. some Hourglass powders, but I do have this little, from Beauty Bay, from my Beauty Bay order, I have this little face palette. Let's do a little bit of this hazelnut shade, this bronzer shade. I'm going to do that to start building up a little bit of contour. Where did I get my eyelashes from? These were made by my friend Mary Kelly. She unfortunately does not make them anymore, but she made me some beautiful rhinestone lashes that I still have. This one feels like it's never going to come off, and this one feels like it could fly off at any moment. Let's see. Hi, Dan. Hey, Dawn. Oh, and hello, Pat Reed. Hello, Pat Reed. Welcome. I used to hate them, but now I just love them. They are what they are. Yeah. I love it. I would love bushy brows. Mine used to be bushy too. Do you trim them? That turned out nice. Thank you, the goddess. I feel like the extra stones on the lashes feel crazy. I invite anyone that leaves them on for a while. Yeah, stone lashes can be a little odd, but if you're used to big spidery lashes anyway, it's not too bad. I comb them up and use scissors to trim them when they're really wild. Festival organizers ready, market your skills for marketing. Yes, this would be a festival appropriate look. Let me go ahead and start doing a little bit of contour. I'm just gonna build this on the kind of outer part of the face. And I'm trying to remember, I was just having this conversation with Dion today about when I'm doing a show and I need to paint for the back row. So like the contour gets really intense. And sometimes I forget that like when I'm doing a close up like this, I don't need to be quite so much. Fashion shows, Vegas, yes. Where did I get my eyeshadow? So the eyeshadow is, I used the Ellis palette, volume 1 from Blend Bunny, and then the shimmers are from the new Nomad cruise collection. Vegas, I haven't been to Vegas. It's on my list to go. Okay, cool. That's what yes, Dion is a makeup artist and is always looking for places. Seasonal. I love that. So yeah, Dion. Hello, Montserrat. Welcome. Those are some tight glasses, kiddo. What are they? Titanium. Oh, I didn't see glasses. Let's see. For Alexandria. Dion, I tried having them done once or twice. Like, yeah. Oh, waxing is tough. Hello, Lady Pops. Every year. Okay, thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, thank you everybody for popping in. Hopefully I said hello to everybody. If I did not say hello and you said something in the chat, I'm sorry. Sometimes the chat goes by and I try to scroll back up and see if I missed anything, because I don't have my glasses on and I'm trying to paint this look. And so if I missed you, I apologize. I did not mean to leave you out. So here we have just a nice light contour. I'll go a little bit further down. Try to create some cheekbones, some hollows. Skinny legend. All right, so there's a little bit of contour. We're feeling all right about that. Let's do a little bit just on the 5 head. Let's do a little bit of just to kind of blend it out, and then this is always, I'm not used to having longer hair. Usually I just have spiky hair and I can kind of put it out of the way. And then I got blue. I had one little bit of blue makeup still on my hand, of course. Let's go here and get really dark in there and go back into this. And then this one little piece wants to stick out. Okay, there we go. So a little bit. Most of that's going to be covered by the wig, so it's not a big a deal. Oh, I bet the wig I wanted to use is out in the car from the last show. Shoot. Oh well, we'll see. I wish I had your hair color. It's so beautiful. You can have this hair color. This is a lot of bleach. So my hair isn't black, but my hair is like a fairly darkish brown. And so this is absolutely also fiction. Everything about me is fiction. It's all made up on the spot. And so you too can have this hair color and these eyebrows. All right. Oh, did I miss? Okay, let's see. People are saying, hello, hello. The line over your ear is straight, unlike some people in the room. Yes. Hi, Mama Champagne. I wish I had your hair color. It's so beautiful. Thank you. The barrette. Yes, I love the barrette. I've been gray since 17. I have like every shade of brown to bright red. It drives me up a wall because I have like the hair texture the white man has in existence. Yeah, so it's my hair is starting to a little bit gray, and so when it grows in a little bit on the sides, you can kind of see it. But it's not enough that like the bleach is not doing its job. So we have some grays, but you know what? That's part of aging. I reposted a video, and I've said versions of this before, but it was an interview that somebody was doing with Michelle Obama, and they were talking about the fact that the woman who was doing the interview was 45, and she's like, this woman in my office was crying for like a week because she was turning 30, and she's like, just remember that like, what's the alternative? Like, why wouldn't you celebrate? Like, why wouldn't you say how old you are? Because the alternative to that is like dying. So why wouldn't you celebrate that like you're one of the ones who's still here? Because there's some of them who didn't make it this far. You have alopecia. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that does make it difficult. Good evening. Hello, Alice. Hello. You can see mine from across the room, and I'm 27. Yeah, and I've dyed my hair so long. I don't know exactly when it started to turn gray, but I have definitely noticed it the last couple of years. So this is the eye look. Do I have a red blush handy? I know I have some red blush. Oh, let's see. Where would I have a red blush? Oh, actually, what is this? That's not what no, that's House Labs. House Labs, I think I do have a red, but that's a highlighter. Oh, no, that's the pink one. Okay. Is this content? Well, I'm just like, again, talking to myself over on the side. Ooh, red blush. Tinky Winky's Purse from Trixie Cosmetics. Yep. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of Rainbow Bright Red blush. So let's go ahead and let's see. It happens every year. Build your network. Yes, absolutely. Love the eyes. Donna, you're trying to take my crown. Love you, baby. Love you too, Goddess. Thank you for popping in and being supportive. And yeah, let me grab a blush brush. So we've got Tinky Winky's Purse, which is this beautiful, beautiful red. I don't think it looks bad, actually. I always wanted it, but artificially not the way I have it now in stripes. I wanted, like, platinum bars. Yeah. Anybody tell you different? Oh, thank you, Goddess. That's very sweet. This is this little mirror, trying to watch in this little mirror. Ooh, this blush is, like, insane. Okay, so let's spread that out a little bit. So we're just going to do just kind of very cheeky blush. This beautiful red tone. And then I'm not going to put any more product on it until I go over to the other side, is what I think. And I'm just going to keep bringing it a little bit further down, a little bit. Oh, look at that red. Look at how cute that is. Blend that into the contour. Look at that. Hello, Saya. Nice to see you. Hello, welcome. I know you like the competition. Nice. Thank you. This is beautiful. This Tinky Winky's Purse from Trixie Cosmetics. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous red. So let me try to do something even remotely similar on the other side. That's always the challenge. I just live in a world where I am asymmetrical, and I'm okay with it. It's okay. Eye look shapes don't have to match. Blush doesn't have to match. Oh, I love the way that fades into that contour. That's pretty. Let's see, I need a little bit more on this side. There we go. Okay, what am I? All right, just teasing. Nice red. He's mine, honey. Hello. Blush, you mean cotton candy? That's so dark compared to what blush is labeled as now. Sick color. Yeah, I like this a lot. Yeah, a lot of times people do a really light natural blush. I've never been clean girl makeup, so We're loving it. Step. So I knew, but are you a drag queen? Yes, I am a drag queen. I am. I'm not doing any drag things tonight except just doing drag makeup for fun. Just have a play day to kick off the weekend. Giving like mantis vibes, but not the traditional kind. Very. Yeah, I like that. So we've got some red. Now let's do some red. I think the light blush looks fake. People go overboard. I think it can be, it depends on the look. It depends on what you're going for. I do really like some light blush application. Every once in a while I do like a light blush look. What are the chances that I can find the lipstick that I want out of this big MAC spinner? Ooh, what is this? I do have this red one. This was from the Christmas collection. That's too much of an orangey red. I think I want like Ruby Woo. Like I want red. And I know I have a Ruby Woo down here somewhere. That's Candy Yum Yum. Ooh, I bet this is it. This is from the Christmas collection as well. I love that they did these bullets so you can tell what it is. Pretty girl. Ruby Woo. Hello. I think the light. Oh my God, me too. Yes, I love MAC. I love some Ruby Woo. 7:42 a.m. in India. Hello, Jayatri Roy. Welcome. Thank you for joining us early in the morning. I appreciate it. Yeah, fire truck red. I love a bright red. Yeah, I work with a lot of people from India. I work for a global like tech company, and so trying to schedule meetings is sometimes a little challenging, trying to figure out the time zones. So yeah, I know that we are pretty much exact opposites. I do have this red Jacqueline liner. Oh, but I couldn't find my stupid, where is my sharpener? Oh, I forgot to go out and buy more sharpeners. I don't know. I can't use this pencil if I don't have a sharpener. Do I have any red pencils that are not wooden pencils? What is, oh, I have that new. I have, not new anymore, but the Melt Welcome to Dairy. Tanya, if you see this on the replay, I'm going to finally use this liner. Oh, it looks like I've used it already, so I guess I'll use it again. I don't remember using it, but let me go ahead and do Fire Truck Red. Good morning. Hi in India. Love from the States. I bet the weather is lovely there right now. It's so cold right now, 60 degrees. We're like 45 today, and that's warm for us this time of year. Because I'm in North Dakota. Let me do, so this is the Melt Welcome to Dairy collection that they did. They did that little capsule collection. And I have to stop talking when I do lip line. I don't know why I forget that. I just like start trying to draw while I'm talking. Not bad. I love the peaks. I know some people just go straight across. I like the peaks on the lip. So it's the same as my channel name. It is Janessa J Champagne. This far north. It showed 3 inches 2 days ago. Yeah, so we did have snow not too long ago. We've had weird weather. This winter has been very strange. And so we did have some more snow. But now most of what came through has already started melting off. There we go. I've got to try the Unearthly lip liners. Did I order a couple? I feel like maybe I ordered a couple, but I don't know that I've tried them yet. So many undertones. I like that. I look like my sister putting on lip liner. My lips are very, very skinny. So I'm trying to overdraw, but not get too clownish. Especially at the corners. If I'm doing a show, I'll maybe go a little bit farther out from the corners than I go now. But if I'm just doing it for like a video, stop talking. If I just do it for like a video, I like to keep it a little closer so that it looks a little bit more natural in the photos. Some foundation. Now let's do some Ruby Woo. Yeah, I need to try those. Every time we get snow, it rains the same day over 12 hours. That's the worst. Babe, but I'm going to sleep. All right, Pat Reed, thank you for joining us. Mother Nature has been going through it this year. It has been weird. It's been weird. I agree, Alex. Bipolar and off her meds. Absolutely, she is not medicated. Michigan did crack and forget her DID meds. Yeah, it's been wild. So let's do some Ruby Woo. This is one of my favorites. This is such a classic MAC red. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Love that. Let me see about what do we have in the Haunt Me collection from Blend Bunny. There were some lip oils. Are they in here with the rest of the collection? Did I take them out? What's happening? Where did I put them? Do I want a lip oil with this? Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. This. There we go. This is from the Blend Bunny Haunt Me collection. This is in the shade F-Bomb. For that little Christian teenager earlier, we have the F-Bomb. So we're going to go ahead and do that. By me, it's going to be 80 on Sunday and 46 on Monday. Oh my God. Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun lip oil to put over top of this. So I'm very excited. I do love Ruby Woo on its own. I think it's beautiful, but I think this is going to be a moment. I mean, these are some DSLs. These are the kind of lips you text your sneaky link and like. The one thing I'll say about these Blend Bunny lip oils, I don't love the doe foot on these. So pretty. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I forgot to use the Hourglass bronzers that Dion sent me, but I think I'm liking this look the way that it is. So I think I'm maybe going to... My cat Hazel is watching you. Hello, Hazel. She's loving these DSLs. Love that. Okay. Let's do a little... I've got all of these little stampers. Let's see what we've got. A heart. What color is that? Ooh, we've got a red heart. Let's do a red heart. Make sure I have it up. Well, that did absolutely nothing. Oh, these were from Amazon. These were a cheap buy, so maybe they're... I stored them upside down so that it would hopefully... Let's try again. That's not really doing much of anything. Is the liner side? The liner side is all right. Do I dare try drawing a heart? That's not bad. There. That's kind of a cute little heart. It's a shame that that thing dried out. Yeah. All he hears glug glug around here. Yeah, I think this is cute. I think we did it justice. We got a nice glam look. I think it'll also work for the I'm a Pretty Bird open collab. And I think we captured little Patio Green and Rainbow Bright. I think she's kind of cute. I think this will be good. This will be good TikTok. TikTok look. I can TikTok and don't stop. Okay. You're a force to be reckoned with. The entire look is great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, Mama Champagne. I'm just glad I was here to reinforce that cute inner corner. Yes, I love it. Do I have a cool feather headdress? I don't have a feather headdress. I have some in my basement. I haven't worn them for a long time, but I should bring them out now that Taylor Swift did Life of a Showgirl. It's time to get out the headdresses because I have a few. Let me see. I'm going to go off camera. Is this content? And I'm going to throw on a green dress and hopefully I'll put it on right side around this time. So hello, Adrian. So hopefully I get it on correctly this time. We shall see. All right, so just hang out. I'll be right back. I'm coming. It's just right here on this table. This one's still in the bag because I haven't even worn this one. Yet another good time to ask, is this content? I don't really know as you wait for me to come back. And like everybody's with bated breath to see if I can get a dress on the right way. Because that, unfortunately, is not a foregone conclusion. You would think that it would be. Okay, so let me undo the tie. Okay. And then now if I put... Okay, so if I put my hands through both of those... Okay, hold on. Hold on, there's a lining to this dress that's getting caught. Oh, this dress is already so much cuter. Isn't that weird? If you put a dress on right side around, it actually looks cute. Who could have guessed that? Let me tie the neck in the back. I'm coming back, I swear. Say hello to any newcomers. Hello, newcomers. If you're wondering why you're just looking at a wood wall, it's because I'm putting on a dress. Oh, and I suppose I should find a wig. Okay, let me get the sleeve on. Okay. Oh, this is way cuter. Okay, now I get it. Now I'm here for it. Okay, we're finding a wig. I've got a wig just sitting here. Oh, it's the biggin. It's the biggin. And we've got, okay, we'll bring a little friend with us. Ah, tipping over. Okay, here it comes. Ooh, we've got a wig. We're coming, we're coming. Okay. Drapey sleeve. Hello. So here I am in Okay. Sorry, I need a spot to set this damn wig, but I don't have a very good option, so I'm just gonna set it to the side. Hello, hello. Okay. So here, yeah, there should have been a little ruffled on the front. I should have remembered that when I put it on. Let me go back a little bit. All right. Let's see, what is going on? To have a cool feather. Don says, yeah, I remember that one. A showgirl look would be awesome. Yeah, I should do a photo shoot with one of those headdresses. I should get my money's worth. Don, you should get one and show us in a video. Man, that orange in the corner, love it. I'll smoke while I hear the crunchies, love that. Good idea, Booty Smoothie. I'm taking my own breath away. Talk amongst yourselves. That dress sure does go click, cough a lot. What? Oh, I was taken out of the bag. That might have been what it was. So Dawn, I already talked to myself throughout the day. Everyone knew we've been watching a wall for 2 hours. No, no, not me. I barely cough. What was that pastel? That wig is giving Dolly Parton. Yes, we love a blonde, bleachy blonde wig. Yeah, we are. Alexandria, that is me. I just left a house with 30 critters. Oh, 30 critters. Good Lord. Is that the infamous this is the backwards dress. Yeah, so this is the one I bought twice. So the one from the show is in my car. This one, I actually managed to get it on correctly this time. And it's much cuter. Our cat meows at us all the time when we talk to him. It's adorable. 60 ears, brag it up. I don't see some comments. Maybe I'm blocked. Check to see if your settings are set to all comments or top comments. Because YouTube's default is top comments, which I hate. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see a little bit more of this dress. But it's just a high neck and it's got ruffles and it's got these two, so like it's a sleeveless, but it's got these two capey sleeve covers. So there's that. I don't like it when you can see the border of the backdrop though. I don't like it. That dress looks like it could be worn. Yeah, so like it's tied in the back and it's just kind of open, and so it didn't look terrible, but I was like, this is not the most flattering dress I've ever worn. Little did I know. And then before I put the wig on and they like half disappear, I actually have, if you saw my previous live where I talked about these, I got Color Kid earrings from Femme de Bloom, and I actually have little patio green earrings. So let me go ahead and put those on. Yeah, the ruffles, I think it works well. I don't know how the back looked while I was walking around with it on. That's the only thing where I think people might have been like, is this bitch crazy? Is this bitch crazy? I bet it's YouTube being weird about wording. Mine, so it's a different account to comment certain chats, and I get replies in those, where in this one I won't. It's weird. That's odd. YouTube is always doing some kind of bullshit. Never done is YouTube. You have to fix 9 all night to see the chat. Yeah, like it's odd. It's odd. I don't know why that setting is like that. All of my comments are top comments. Everybody is lovely and delightful and delicious. And I want to see all of your comments. So, and then we'll do that. All right, then let's do a little bit of Fix Plus. Oh, and that always like reawakens the glue to like stick to my eye again. So here is the look. Let's put a wig on. Okay, let's adjust the little thing. This is a double stack, so she's sometimes a little bit of a problem, but we love her. She's cute. Ugh. But she big. There we go. Sometimes she shows a little bit too much of the like hairline around the ears. And my hair is bleached, but because makeup ends up in it, then it looks darker than it is. So here we go. Hello. Let's see if we've got any. Love the look. Thank you, Alice. Thank you. Yes, this is the final look. I feel like I need a necklace or something, but For now, it's good. Let's put a little fancy bracelet on. If I'm going to do a lot of recording, I should probably put nails on, but maybe I'll even record a video tonight. Who knows? The world is my oyster. Yeah, big Dolly Parton hair. We love that. We love that. So here is the look. Let me zoom in a little bit again now that we've got a wig on. So this is inspired by Patio Green and Rainbow Bright. I'm not very good at grabbing stills, but Dion, I'm going to follow your example and I'm going to try to grab a still out of the live to get me holding those two little critters. Thank you. This was a lot of fun and only 2 hours. So I feel like we did a lot in 2 hours. I'm loving this red blush. I think it's looking cute. Yeah. I'm going to add a little bit more of this gloss because I love an oopy goopy lip lately. Alexa, what time is it?
The current time is 9:32 p.m.
9:32. There we go. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. I would love sending you some jewelry when I would love that. I love jewelry. Stop talking. Our fucking Alexa speaker is going to drive me crazy. She's always listening. I mean, she was always listening before, but now she's extra always listening. I do crazy wire colors. That's fun. I make jewelry as well. And sometimes I play with crazy wire colors, but mostly I don't. Every once in a while I get a wild hair, and I have a few colors like stashed aside, but I don't do it very often. I was going to ask, you were posing for pictures. Yes, doing a little posing for pictures. I have to zip off. Stunning look. Thank you, Alice. Thanks for stopping by. That's why I got rid of it. Yeah, so now the new version of the AI, like if you ask something, then right afterwards, she keeps listening without the wake word, and then she'll respond to whatever you say. I talk to myself all the time. So then she ends up being like, I don't know how to help you with that. And it's like, because I wasn't asking for your help, bitch. Like, wait till you hear your name. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to have to treat you like this, but you just keep butting into my conversations, and I don't appreciate it. All right, so this is the look. Thank you everybody for stopping by on this lovely, lovely Friday makeup play day. Yeah, this was a good time. I enjoyed it. Do I have a P.O. box or street address? I don't have one in my description box. I should maybe put it in there because it's an office address. It is like a street address, but it's my office. It's not my like home. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody's gonna like come and find me. It's easy enough to find me if you want to anyway. So, but I don't, and people will sometimes reach out to me over Instagram. So I haven't posted it so far, but I do have an office address. Yeah, do a P.O. box. Yeah, so that was one time, I forget what, now I don't even remember what she was saying, but it creeped me out so bad because I asked her a question and then I must have said something afterwards. And then she started like creepy whispering at me where she's like, I can help you find out more about, and I was like, what the fuck is that mode? Like, what kind of stalker mode? Because you sound like you're hidden under my bed and it's not appropriate. Yes, hello. I'll message you on Instagram. Yeah, Alex, definitely do that. I'd love that. Of course, I source crazy stones and already have some weird things whenever ground shot. I would love that. Yeah, look me up on a vibratory tumbler. I've always wanted a rock tumbler. I've always thought that would be so much fun. But I just know they like they take so long. And they're kind of noisy, and so I just never have, but I always thought that would be fun. All right, we are gonna go so I can take some pictures and film some TikToks and then get home before midnight. So I hope everybody's doing well. Let me see if I can remember my outro. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I would love it if the people who are in chat would circle back around and leave a comment down below. Feed the algorithm for me. Help me feed the beast. While you are down there leaving that comment, don't forget that you can give me a thumbs up to tell me that you appreciated this video. Or if you are like that Christian teenager who thinks I have a filthy mouth and I'm going to hell, go ahead and give me that thumbs down because you know what? It's all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch. And neither am I. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, become part of the family, and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified every time I do an upload. I do try to have at least one video or live per week, and this week I did actually have a video, so go watch my Leprechaun video if you haven't watched it yet. And sometimes, if you are lucky, if you are very lucky, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, leprechaunerific. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below. It's easiest to get a hold of me on Instagram. So if you are trying to chat me up, finding me on Instagram is going to be the easiest. And yeah, so definitely chat. Is there something else? Oh, there's something I forgot. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website. Just pretend it's there. The World of Champagne at JanessaJ.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate everybody saying good night. What is my IG handle so she can find you? So I will update the description box. So it'll be there, but it's at JanessaJ Official. I don't know what I was on when I set up my Instagram account, but I thought like there were going to be imposter Janessas. Girl, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm JanessaJ Official. So JanessaJ Official with no spaces, spelled the way that it is here on YouTube, but without champagne and with official instead. So that's where you can find me. So no, it's not exactly the same as my YouTube. All of my social media is a little bit different. It's a little bit weird. So yeah. So it has me on it again. It's been fun. Everybody have a good night or day or afternoon or morning, wherever you're at. India, have a good morning if you're still here with us. Jariti, I hope you have a lovely morning and I hope you have a lovely day ahead. And yeah, I'm going to go. I just keep this base is looking really, really good. I didn't even do a highlighter and I just love this. I need to bake more often. Look at that fucking under eye. Oh, she's a woman. Oh, we love it. All right. Everybody have a good night. And until I see you again, bye. And now the awkward shutting down of the stream. Okay. Bye.